Hello race fans, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Bulldozer Power GT and Motorsport Manager, where we're coming off the back of a very successful race where Falco Engelhardt managed third position with driver one finishing in fourth. This was the stuff that we absolutely needed. It's restored a third of the happiness to the team boss, Zhang Li, and our marketability has popped up a notch as well. Falco should be congratulated yet further for having allegedly very poor form on that day, and so, you know, I can't help but be very pleased with that result, and frankly it's the result that we needed. Now, despite receiving 1.2 million from our sponsor, we're still 2 million in the hole for the day, so that's it's not exactly ideal. So looking at the results there, and it was Laszlo Hitbone out on pole. No, first position. The boy Fandango was in second place overall, but qualified on pole. Cheeky blighter. With your man Falco Engelhardt there in third place, claiming the final podium position like a pro. And it was Texera managed to get the fastest lap overall. No, hold on, I've got those the wrong way around. That's fastest lap, that's pole position. Texera got pole, Fandango got the fastest lap. There's no real change or indeed surprise there. This moves Engelhardt up to 10th in the championship overall. And as far as the team is concerned, that puts us tied for fourth, which is exactly where we need to be, if not a little bit higher. We've got, 6 points ahead of Nakata Performance. So as long as they don't get ahead of us, we should be good to hit our season objective. Should be, you never know. Anyway, as our finances are somewhat wretched, I think is probably the best word to go for. We're not actually going to accomplish very much in this between race moments. There's some new pit crew, look. Isn't that nice? Let's do the switcheroo. There you go, job's a good one. Baldetti's looking a little bit tired. Everybody else looks to be peachy keen. Let's just try that again. Alright, okay, well, why are we running Baldetti rather than... Oh, I see, he's got 59. Oh, yeah, alright, okay, no, it's fine. It's all good. You carry on. Let's go to the mailbox, and where are we? Ding, ding, ding. Oh, look at this. Lisa Amorosi. Engelhardt sets a searing pace in practice. Searing. That's what we did there. The car condition update. Falco dropped by 47%, but that's okay. We'll fix that up. Is Carlota Marquez wanting a bit of interview action for JTV Sport? Let's see what we've got. Someone was beaten by Laszlo Hitbone today. Would you consider bringing him in next season? Yes. Yes, I definitely would. Most definitely, because driver one is toast the second I get a chance. Pit crew review. We performed 3 pit stops. See, that was the strategy there. And we had one mistake. That's okay. I don't mind a mistake. One mistake is not the end of the world. There we go. So it's a dramatic race in Doha that ends in a Grand Slam Motorsport win. Hitbone taking top honours. The Belgian beat Fandango and Engelhardt. That's all right. We'll live. It's all good. Right. Okay. So there we go. We got the car finished now at least, and that's super duper. Let's see if there's anything we can still refine and tweak further. We've got, we can get a fair amount of extra performance out of some of these parts. In terms of reliability, we're more or less done. But yeah, there it is. So that's the car's just doing its thing. And there you go. So I mean, it really is just a matter of hanging around now and wait for the next race. Right, we've 100%ed all of those. So brakes, I've got 2 sets at 100%. Engine, I've got 2 sets at 100%. Yes, I don't know why we're working on that engine. Let's not. There's no point. It's not going to do us any favours. Then a gearbox. We've got 2 at 100% for reliability. Groovy. Yeah, that's lovely. And then the suspension's done too. Well, that's that then. Right. Well, we might as well cram in another bit to be worked on as far as performance is concerned. But frankly, at this point we're literally just sticking it in to stick it in. I mean, we're not getting much else out of it. So there we go. I'll tell you what. Look, if you're bored, Kevin, you work on the reliability of that. All right, see how you get on. Right, we've completed a bit of scouting. It's Constanza Schutte. Let's have a look. Smoothness 1. Oh, well, there is that. She's an overtaking specialist, but she's not very happy at the moment. Well, that's a shame. How deeply disappointing. Anyway, the next GMA vote is coming up, and we're going to vote on whether we should have spec suspension. Interesting. The more spec parts that we have, the more it comes down to driver ability and your own innate strategies. So it's tough to say for sure which way I want to blow with that one. We are going to be very short on cash next year until I can get loose of this albatross that's hanging around my neck. Anyway, from the International GT Championship, Paula Swans has come away with all the points it's possible to come away with Richard Tate in second and Foxy Blankowski in third. Swans fastest lap, pole position overall. No, it's just done. That's business as usual. Bean is still out in front, but his lead is now cut to 7 as he could only manage a 6th place finish in this particular race. The Hammer AMR driver is going to be jolly pleased with that result. And if we look at the overall standings there, Spartan are well out in the lead. I said earlier on in the season that they were likely to run away with this, and Hammer are in second. Hammer could conceivably close them down, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm not in that division, so the amount that I actually care is finite. Right, so there we go. That's our new... Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good. New scouting report. Jolly good. Smashing. Can't do anything with it because I can't sack anyone. So, there is that. Right, looks like our performance work is done on the car. I'm just gonna keep him... I'm going to give him busy work, basically. Here you go. Yeah, work on the performance of that and this. Yeah. Let's get it all done. Yeah, there we are. Just bang it all in there. Let's just get it all perfect, and then we'll go. Ta-da! All of our parts are brilliant, but we can't do anything with them. I mean, maybe I could sell them. Right, Cindy Vapid would be one of the weakest drivers in the GT Challenger series. Oh, okay, fine. She's a young gun. Oh, good for her. She's also ruddy hopeless, but she is cheap as chips. Very, very cheap indeed. Interesting. We want a cheap driver, but of course it means nothing until I can get rid of the expensive one. Performance work's done. Yeah, I've done that. Right, it's voting time. Spec suspension systems. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to vote against it, to be honest. I like the idea of being able to get an angle somewhere, potentially. So let's do it. Right, we voted against. Scanstrom have gone against. Grand Slam have gone against. Vittorio Corsa, who are a bunch of bums, have gone for. Marshall's against. Nakata are hopeless. Yuma are hopeless. Oleon, it's close. Magyar have voted for. Nicholson have gone against. Big Earn, he's also against it. Good lad, well done. Good job, Big Earn. So there you go. There we are. Suspension can no longer be done. Yeah, no, we voted against that. No, that's fine. Potentially, that might be harmful to us next season, given that we're going to be short on cash, but potentially don't win no races, and therefore, what have you. Good, right, so the days rattle past. We're accomplishing precious little here, although several people have sent me emails that apparently it's not important that I read in any particular urgency. So I've come back from my sun lounger, and we're currently 4th, which is better than what we said we'd do. Yes, you weren't so pleased last week when we were worse than we said we'd do, but it's all fine. Right, so Beijing is a 38-lap race, 2.6 miles, and the lap record is. There's likely to be some rain with 40%. It's a high speed. Good engines are the ways to go. Good. Right. Well, we'll see. Becky, our race mechanic. Our HQ is okay at the moment, but there are plenty of areas we can improve on. Can we do something about it? No. Might take a little while for the investment to pay off, but I'm sure it'd be worth it. I'm sure it would too. But no. I work for the most tight-fisted team around. So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Right, we've reviewed Steve Morey. Steve. Dear me, Steve. You're wretchedly bad. However, you will pay 215 grand a race, and therefore you will be welcome to come and join our happy band of people. You're aggressive, love it, and erratic, splendid, which is possibly what accounts for him having a consistency of 0. So, yeah, good. Right, smashing. Steve, I'd offer you a job in a heartbeat. Right, let's see what we're talking about here. Bulldozer Power, talking about me. I don't care about anybody else. I predict to finish around 10th. What? Oh, I don't think so. I think we might be able to do a bit better than that. 10th would be quite disappointing. Yeah, I know. I don't understand what they're talking about with 10th. We can do better than 10th, surely. Right. Anyway, it's time to hop aboard the Sunshine Fun Bus and head out to Beijing for what is sure to be a jolly, happy event. I hope. We'll just have to see. None of my sponsors popped up, so it's obviously after this race that the sponsors are going to turn up. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Well, if you look at our recent performances here, qualifying 5th, and then race 3rd, 5th, 9th. Yeah, so, we're consistent. I'm going to go for Jandamol here. Yandamol. Whoever the mole, we're going with them. Because that's an extra $500,000. Yeah, so be it. Part fitting. Oh, driver one's angry. You're giving Falco a better car than me? Yes, because he won't crash it, or hasn't done so far. And if he does, well, there's gonna be some drama. But we'll see how we pan out. 100% reliability. We've maxed out the performance. This all looks on the money to me. We've got 2 near identical gearboxes, although you get plus 50 acceleration on the softest tyres in the universe. I'll bear that in mind should the opportunity present itself. Right, good. No, that's it. We're good. We're ready to rock and roll. We're out of here. Let's go race. So it's practice weekend, and the weather looks quite pleasing so far. I don't see that we're going to have any difficulty here in the slightest. Have a quick look at the forecast. Looks all good so far. Right, Falco is rocking terrible form at the moment, but that's to be expected. We're going to do weight stripping now. Because it will have a bearing on the way the car handles during qualifying and what have you. So I'm going to go really, really aggressive. No, I'm not. I'm going to go moderately, really aggressively with both the brakes and the suspension there. I'm also going to knock a little bit out of the gearbox and a little bit out of the engine. 90% should be more than enough to keep us flying throughout the race, but what this will buy us in return, hopefully, is a bit of a performance booster that should boost our performance. There you go. A rather palindromic sentence, that one, but it stacks up to rationale anyway. So we'll do the same on both cars. I could have just copied that across, couldn't I? No matter, it's all good. So 210 performance gained for Falco. Driver 1 gains 100 performance there. That's all jolly good. Let's have a look at this car setup. Falco, after the last race, is going to give me medium tyres. I'm really feeling it. Medium tyres are all about me. I'm getting some medium tyre jam up here in my sandwich. To which I say, Falco, you're making no sense there, Gov. Interestingly, the mechanics are suggesting something completely different for both cars, so I'm going to leave that alone. Cornering, again, they're swerving in opposite directions. It's a weird one. That I'm going to leave them alone and see what they get from their first out. And what? Oh, you want some drivers? All right, have that one and that one. Try those two. Yeah. Zhao Ting doesn't get to play racing cars at the moment because there is no benefit to us in allowing her to go and sport the car. Right. Okay, Falco, go give it the beans, man. Yes, you can have your medium tyres. I'm fine with that. That's absolutely fine. I think we'll probably chance a similar kind of adventure again, and then driver one can get out as well permanently. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of higher temperature coming up. Now, the thing is that it's not going to be as hot here as it was in Doha, and therefore there may be some value in going with a more consistent medium tyre style strategy, given that tyres are likely to last a little bit longer. I can't rule it out one way or the other. That's me throwing my pen on the table. Don't do that. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how we go. Obviously, if it's going to start getting a bit soggy out there, we'll make adjustments in due course. Right? Okay, Falco. What do you like? You love the balance and the. All right, the ballast is about right. The speed balance is pretty much bang on, and the handling is close. Okay, well, that's a really easy way to get us started there. Let's move that all the way over there, and then tweak the ballast accordingly. There you go. And then what do you like on the gear ratios? Just a smidge, just a smidge. Yeah, that looks good. All right, man, get it back out there and give it your best. Do what you can. Right, talking to driver one now, and their car also looks pretty reliable. Cornering is more or less right. Handling is good, and the speed balance is more or less right. Well, that's pleasing to the ear. Right, let's move it into oversteer, which doesn't make any sense. Why would one driver want it one way and the other want it something completely different? I mean, I get that drivers have their own temperaments in these senses, but honestly, I don't get it. Right, we'll give that a spin, see where it gets us. Off you trot. Right, and Falco is shaking his tail feather right now. Off he goes, and hopefully this will be an improvement on what he managed to do first time round. But if we are close, then that's good. It'll give them plenty of time just to rock it around the lap and pick up some knowledge. We do like a bit of knowledge. Falco's already triggered the first. Look at that, triple excellent. Falco, guess what? Go back out. Just get straight back out there, man. We have nailed it. Your car is spot on. We will not get that car in any way better than it currently is right now. You are happy as a monkey with that one. 1 lap, 3 laps. Don't really know. I don't know what that does. Given that I control when he comes back in, I've no idea. But we'll send him out with 3 laps ticked. And see where that gets him. Right, Albatross is reporting that the car isn't quite as good as it was last time. Well, I reckon your mechanic is a pillock then. Right, so previously we were out there with good handling, so we're going to do that. Yeah, you see, should have paid attention to what Falco was doing, you clown. Yep, that looks about right. Let's get the ballast in place. There you are. The speed balance was perfecto, so we'll stick that back to perfecto. Where are we? Yes. Yep, that's all good. Right, try that, see how you get on. I don't really want to be bringing you back in, but I will do, because your car's not right yet. Not that it makes much difference, you'll probably stack it anyway, but, there it is, that's life. Right. Okay, Falco, give it everything you got, man. Drive the heck out of that beast. Show it who's boss. Set fire to your own tyres. Learn everything there is to be learning, and everything else that you could possibly apply in this situation. There we go. We've got medium tyres 1 learned. Great, excellent. That's usually enough for us to be happy enough to send them out. 95%. That'll do. We might be able to get just a little bit more with one switch up on the notches. What do we think? Do we think that switching up on the notches is a good idea, or shall we just leave well alone? I think we just leave well alone. I'm fine. That's okay. It's all good. Right, you get out there and figure out what you're going to figure out, and then Engelhardt, who just set the fastest lap, just so you know, he's almost a second faster than anyone else. He is fair murder in his car, but no, go back out again. Go on, son. Give it large. The tyres are still in good nick. Go off you go. Yeah, get as much time on the track as you possibly can, and there you go. Driver one's unlocked a setup level, which is super. But yeah, being able to give Falco the time to actually rock it is proving to be very useful. Driver one's going to have another go. Go on, get out. There we go. We're just whizzing it around now. There you go. Falco's going to run out of fuel, but it's okay because the session's up anyway, and he's very fast, very, very fast on medium tyres. Well, way to go, Falks. Good work, that man. Lovely job. Second faster than Shooty in second. Driver one, disappointingly, only managed 12th. Yeah, a second and a half off her teammate's time. Intriguing. But there we go. So, talking to the clowns, it's Juana Cano. I just saw Constanza Shooty on TV, so gosh darn smug. And then Gazzetti de Motori with Lisa Amorosi Engelhardt was looking solid at the top of the timesheets. Can he convert it into a good lap tomorrow? Possibly. Jim Kilmowski, I wanted to stay out there so much longer. That was a rubbish session. Well, it's okay, Jim. You're going to get another go and in the qualifying there, aren't you? Falco, meanwhile, says, OMG, that was a good practice session. Car was feeling great. And that's the last tweet he will ever make, because we don't let our drivers tweet. It's going to be written into their contract. No, you don't get to have a social media presence. You can do that when you retire. It's as simple as that. But my human rights. Stuff your human rights, pal. This has got nothing to do with human rights in the slightest. This has got everything to do with us having a consistent approach to all of this jazz. So there's that. Right, what's the weather forecast? Looks lovely. So I think we're going to go with both on the soft qualifying combo here. Now, Falco, as you know, gets an acceleration bonus if he's on soft. He doesn't get it if he's on medium. Yes. Yeah, I know. There's a thing to ponder. He also has the ability to make his soft tyres last quite a bit longer. So we'll keep that in mind. First session is largely a formality. So let's get formal and formal it up. Off you go, Falco. That's it. Go on, we'll up the tempo a little bit here. And off you go, Albatross. There you go. Good. Right. There you are. Have some auto on, auto off kind of a business. And you too. There we go. Right. Let's see how we get on. Largely doesn't matter. We're easily going to be good enough to make it past the kick out point. So we'll finish in the top, however many. And that shouldn't be a problem. Engelhardt's got a bit of traffic ahead of him, but hopefully they'll do the decent thing and get out of his way, or you know, just not slow him down. There you go, get out of my way, you pillock. And off he goes. And what do we think? 106.847. Okay, that's it's not great. Yeah, okay. He's been beaten by all and sundry at the moment, but that's okay. We just need to qualify for round 2. That's fine. And driver 1, meanwhile, has done less well. I'm going to send him out again. Doesn't really matter at this stage. If he just builds up a little bit more experience of the thing, then that's all positive. Yeah. All positive, all day, all the time. We don't need to go any better. Just get out there and have a lovely time. Drive real fast, make good decisions, all of that kind of jazz. Now, remember, it was said in the papers that we were likely to finish in 10th. Now, if that's the case, I'm concerned. Obviously, if our car isn't up to finishing higher than 10th, then then it's going to come down to how well we run the strategy for the day. I wouldn't like to say that I've finally started nailing strategy a little better, but I have started nailing strategy a little better. Engelhardt there managing second place. That's a little better. However, he may have had a lighter fuel load when setting off. I don't know if they auto reload your car with the same amount of fuel every time or not, but regardless, he has performed a little better. Driver 1, meanwhile, is woefully down in 14th place. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm displeased. But then that is my de facto state where driver 1 is concerned, so displeased should not be too surprising. Engelhardt managing 1,000th of a second faster than Hipbone. Face there, hippers. See what you can do with that. Grand. Okay, good. So we are we're in business. Hayes is out, as is Wellington, Kickery, and Disorderly. The Kickery twins there, both getting bumped at the same time. It's business as usual as far as they're concerned. They are 18th and 20th in the championship, and they finished in 18th and 20th today. So there's that. Okay, right, through to the second round. This is the one that matters. What are we going to do with it? And what's the weather up to? Because this is where we get clever. If we're going to get clever, this is where we're going to do it. It's all important. Everything matters. And quick look, looks fine so far. Right, Falco, what are we going to do with you? Do we want to send you out? Do we want to replicate what we did last time? It really worked in the race. It really, really, really worked very well in the race. Oh, I don't know. Fewer pit stops, man. Fewer pit stops is fewer pit stops. I'll tell you what, we'll send you out on mediums, see how competitive you are, and then if you're not, we'll try and get you back out quickly enough so that you can switch to the faster tyre. Now, you do get the big bonus on the faster tyres, so that's going to be worth doing. We'll stick Madam Clown Car out on the fastest thing possible to try and get her through to the last round, but she's going to have to drive better than she did first time. Otherwise, that plainly isn't going to happen. Right, okay, Falco, do it. And so can you there, upside down horseshoe. You can floor it as well. You know, you 3-lift clover. Right, okay, Falco's underway. Let's go watch him. Let's see what he's got to bring to the party. Now, anything in the top 10 will be good enough. All we need is a top 10 here, and we'll be solid for race day. But what we'll end up with is some decent tyres. Right, okay, he's 0.08 of a second off Fandango. Is it going to be enough? We need to see what Hitbone and Trial do there. The other two really fast drivers who haven't got in yet. No, he's not done enough. Right, okay, back out. Right, get you some burners. Off you go, son. That's it. Go on. Yeah, absolutely. The Albatross can stay in the pits. I'm not bothered about her at all. She's absolutely fine. She's made the top 10 cut, and that's sufficient. But no, we need Falco into the top 10 as well. And as long as he gets round the pit lane really quickly, he's got time to record it. Come on, son, give it everything you got. You're going to need to do a lot better. All right, that's kind of important at this stage. If you'd managed to get it done on mediums, that would have been absolutely beautiful, but you didn't. So there's that. There you go, second. Right, okay, well, in which case we'll go for the front of the grid. Yeah, that's the way we'll do that. We'll go for the front of the grid. Now, the other part of me says, well, if you're going for the front of the grid, do you want to run a lighter fuel load in order to maximise that first tyre session? Well, yes, that's a thing to consider, isn't it? Okay, third overall, with Trial having just pipped us there, 1/100th of a second faster. That's all right. No, we can cope with that. Anyway, Fandango third, good, right, good, yes, good. Both drivers in the top 10. That's also good, right, yes, good, right. So now it comes down to what can we do when we give it large. Moreover, do we want... Oh, my giddy, I can't believe I'm even thinking this. Anyway, Jay Blackencout's out. Julie Blackencout's out. Army is gone. Tallulah's gone. And Jim is also gone. But they will be able to have... Ooh, exciting, yes, tyres for the start of the race. So who knows what that may lead to. But it's very pleasing to see that Falco managed to go 0.2 of a second faster this time than he did in his initial, and that means that he's continuing to improve as the weekend continues. Now, of course, if it's raining at the start of the race, everybody kicks off on either intermediates or wets anyway, so that would make absolutely no difference. Right, okay, now then, what do we want to do? Well, we can't strip any more weight, so how about, here's a plan for you. Get out there and drive, man. Okay, go real fast. And then we'll send out the unluckiest dog in all of Chelmsford. We'll send her out as well. There we go. All right, Falco. Come on, son. It's time to shine. There is a time to shine, and the time to shine is now. Right, so Fandango's got the fastest so far, 106.3. Pretty quick, but we'd expect nothing less from he who doth cheat all the time. And Falco is on his way now. How's he going to get on there? How's he going to cope? Is the pressure going to get to him? Podium finish last time round. The whole team looking at him this time round, and you know anything could happen. Well, 106.7. His teammate just behind. It's not enough. It's not enough. I think we might send them both out again. Because if we've got to start on terrible tyres, although I did notice that Falco was held up by some idiot ahead of him who was going too slowly. So let's do that. Let's send them both back out, see if we can stick another time in. Won't change the tyres. The tyres being ready scrubbed is a good place to be. You know, we'll have got some temperature into them. They'll have got a bit of enthusiasm, a bit of ready to perform, and it started raining, so this is all completely redundant. Oh dearie me, we're going to start 8th and 9th on the grid. Well, that is far from ideal. Well, when we were forecast to finish 10th overall, I didn't think that we'd have to settle for that, but it certainly looks like we're going to be starting 10th. That 10th overall might be where we end up. Oh my, quel dommage. And as you can see, we put in about a 1:14 there, so that's like 8 seconds slower, and the track only just started getting wet as we were on our qualifier there. But that's a real shame. But it's okay. I mean, we got inside the sponsor objective, so we get the money. But at this point, the money really doesn't matter at all, because it's a drop in the ocean compared to our gambling debts. So it is largely what it is. Well, okay. Oh, that could have gone better, couldn't it? Couldn't that have gone better? Yes, it could have gone better. So, there. Yes. Disappointing. Yeah, not pleased. No, that's... darn. So, confirming what we already knew there, and frustratingly, Falco's time was slower than that of his in the first session. If he'd done another 106.5, stop scrolling. Seashore auto scroll. 106.5 would have put him in the top 5 again. Yeah, okay, he hasn't lost out by much. All right, well, there you are. So talking to the fools of the internet, Kath Hollingworth, there's something about the name Bulldozer Power GT. It has a beautiful ring to it. Doesn't it, though? Doesn't it? Doesn't it just? Arnold Boycott of the Evening Herald, Beijing Front Row, Clem, Frankie, business as usual. And then Sophie Richards at CSN, Clem, Frankie, Constanza. She likes to do 3 places rather than just the 2. And Simon Higgins at XBC Sport, Clem, yeah, Frankie, yeah, Constanza, also going with the 3-driver format there. Taniela Kafoa at Bulldozer Power GT, I just bought a shirt with Falco Engelhardt's name on it. So cool. Well, okay. And then Lisa Amorosi from Gazzetta dei Motori. Amazingly, this area used to be a swamp. Then they poured about 20 million tons of concrete into it and got building. Hashtag just China things. Hashtag just not very interesting. And then Sophie Richards, if I could sum up Beijing in one word, it would be this: smoggy. I need to get one of those masks everyone wears. If I could sum up Beijing in one word, it would be capital city of China. And that would be just about all I said about it. I've not been there, so I couldn't judge any more accurately than that. Okay, well, it's raining, friends. Well, that throws any notion of original strategy out the window. It doesn't look like it's absolutely tipping it down. The track only being damp. What do we got? Rain, no rain. Bit of rain, no rain. Oh, it's exciting. We can't see further than that at the moment as far as what that's going to do to track conditions. It's going to get wetter around lap 10. But arguably, up until then, one could get away on regular tyres. I think I'll probably take the recommendation from the team, which is we're going to use our qualifying tyres. Well, that's good because we're going to need to come in before lap 10 anyway and switch it up. So we'll know at that point what the smart thing to do is. Right, okay, what should we bang on here? We don't care about the red zone, so do we go for mediums? It's out there, yeah. Ooh, hang on. Let's have a look at this again. How many laps are we talking? Yeah, I know. I've become obsessed with race strategy all of a sudden. So there's a lot of things that are variables in making this decision. I honestly don't know. I think it's like a 28 lap race, if I recall. It's either 28 or 32. If we're coming in around 10, which means we'll be coming in at around, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Track starts to get wetter at 9. We'll know what the right tyre choice is then. But if we get that wrong, let's say we come in and we get intermediates, but the track's about to get absolutely sodden, then we might be better riding it out on the inferior tyres in order to save a pit stop. I don't know. All right, I'll tell you what. Okay, let's go with. We'll take soft tyres because we're going to get the bonus on acceleration on soft tyres, and we have to go out on soft to start with because that's what we're qualified on. And then on here, yeah, that's it. That's the way we go. All right, tricky, very tricky, arguably quite tricky. Driver strategy. Let's go for. Right, we're going to go for staying out for as long as possible. So we'll up the fuel burn to start with. There you go. In fact, no, Albatross, you can hold people back a bit, and Falco, you can give it large. Although I don't want to pit them both at the same time. Oh my goodness me. Well, Falco's ahead. I'll tell you what, let's do it the other way around. Right, Falco, we're going to play you conservative, son. And then we'll put Albatross out on the more aggressive mode to kick things off and see where it gets us. I don't like it. But there we go. Anyway, it's Fandango trial out on the front row with Shooty and Techset. Shooty's gone intermediates. How's that allowed? Okay, well, then you got Manny and Marley, followed by Hipbone and Engelhart. I've made a grave error here. The tyres are unlocked. We were able to use whatever we liked. I saw it. I registered the padlock there and completely failed to do anything with it. But the majority of drivers appear to be going out on tyres better suited to dry conditions. So everybody's clearly thinking that they make their first pit stop. I think these people on mediums are deluded. I don't think that's going to work for them. Well, we'll just have to see how we go. Anyway, it's race time, and we're focused on Falco, the Falco Engelhart, and off we trot. It is going to be a little bit slippery. That's a nice angle. Let's try that. So despite the fact that Albatross has got a more aggressive opportunity available to her, she's done nothing with it so far and lost a place. That's good. That's what we were hoping. Falco's hanging on in there at 8th, but he's not keeping up with the rest of the crowd at the moment. That's slightly disappointing, isn't it? But you know what? It is what it is. We'll see how we end up. Remember, we need 8th place overall in order to reach our sponsorship objective. Who's this joker? Flipping Hipbone, just cheeking his way through there. Falco drops back, but that's as intended. Because we're going to try and nurse his tyres for a little bit longer. He does need to get some heat into them, though. So let's give him a little bit more aggression there. See how that works out. But his teammates performing awfully, just very, very badly indeed. And that's simply not good. But we'll hover over the action button here and see if we can't do something on the start straight. I'm even going to switch focus for a moment. Here we go, and boot it. There you go. Go on, get some air ahead of you. And that didn't do an awful lot, but it did something, and that's something. Right, you can have control over your own destiny from here on in. We'll switch back to the boy Falco, who is he's got an extra almost 10% left in his tyres. Having not rinsed them early on. We're now in the drier section, briefly, but how briefly, we'll have to wait and see. Right, coming around the final corner, we'll try exactly the same manoeuvre where we give it the beans as we exit this corner. Go on, son. That's the ticket through into 11th. Lovely job. Right, let's have a look. It is going to start getting wetter. All right, okay. How wet remains to be seen. It's too soon to gauge exactly what we should be doing vis-a-vis tyre situation. Let's drop you back some. There you go. That's more like it. And we'll see how we get on, really. Right, Falco. He's remaining competitive, but he's only creeping up the positions at the moment. Now, right now, all of those intermediate driving fools are going to be struggling a little. So I think if there were time to be a little bit more aggressive, this was probably it. Fandango is clinging onto his lead ahead of Manny and Texera, and we're just going to have to see how that pans out. We're on lap 5. I haven't even upped to race tempo. There you go. Let's up to race tempo and see if Fandango, Fandango, no, we don't like him. See if Falco can't make a bit of hay while the sun is literally shining. He's up. He's on the tail of Trial right now. He's got to get past. There we go. That's that sorted. And here comes the rain. And this is where it's going to get complicated. Go on, give it some of that. You keep your burn on medium. Falco, you can stay lean, mate. Stay aggressive. Keep it going. I don't need to read that. Right, Falco up into 5th, but his tyres are right on the edge. And you know what? That's not so bad. Because with the rain coming in now, I know you want to pit for fresh tyres. You're not allowed to. Hold on a little bit longer. It's too soon. It's too early for you to come in and replace these with inters. But what now? Yes, I know that. Oh, fine. All right, come on in. Yeah. Come in and get some inters. You can come in first. Flipping heck. Issuing a pause the game, I want to come in, is not what we're about there, Falco. You whinger. Right, go on. Bang in a fast stop. Right. Meanwhile, Albatross's tyres are looking pretty poor, but she's going to have to hang on for the following lap. She's going to slip back a little bit while being forced to wait. But there's not a lot of choice in that situation. And as she goes past, we'll tell her to pit this time round. You too can come in for some inters as well. Intermediates are going to be absolutely fine for a little while. It doesn't look like the track is going to be completely sodden, but you never know for sure. Right, there we go. No mistakes on Falco's change, and he's now heading back out with some clear track ahead of him. He's got the right tyres in the right conditions, so let's see what he does. You've got Manny, Texera, Crouton, Blackenkout, Kilmowski, Mule and Hayes, who are going to need to come in. They're going to be losing time quite quickly because they're on the wrong rubber. And here goes driver one, straight back out of the pit, straight back into the race. That's jolly tasty, and that's what we like to see. Let's keep our eye on the weather. It looks like it's going to stabilise in terms of wetness, and that's absolutely dandy because that means that these inters are going to serve us very nicely indeed. Right, drivers are pitting now. Can we make any benefit from that? Yes, Engelhardt moves up into 8th after the other dry weather tyres drivers come in. Engelhardt could be in a good position. Not to mention the fact that he's got the freshest rubber in the top 8, top 7 now. Can he get past Fandango? I don't think so. Fandango's pit stops are lightning fast. He's going to be just behind him, though. No, he's... Oh, come off it! What was that? You're not supposed to cut people up coming out of the pits. Referee, I demand satisfaction. That's just not on. No, I'm unimpressed with that. That's just... No, that's not cricket. Yeah, dirty, cheating, flipping... No, it's not on. But has he gone back in? No, he's not. That was Hayes. Hayes has gone back in. Blackenkout is the only driver now at the front who has not come in. Surely their lead has got to be eroding. Yeah, I mean, Fandango is closing in pretty quickly, and we're sitting right on the tail of Fandango. So that's all jolly exciting too. It's a 38-lap race. What am I doing saying it was a 28-lap? I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. I call it as I see it. Blackenkout's in now, and the race is on with Falco Engelhardt in second, and he is losing a little time over Fandango, but that's to be expected because Fandango cheats. We all know this. We mention it in every single race that happens, but he is a dirty, cheating scumbag, and therefore doesn't deserve any of your praise in the slightest. But this is all looking quite promising. We'll use the turbos through the chicane there, keep things nice and tight, and that's done just that. But it's not going to help us, of course, because he's going to be able to activate his afterburners when it pleases him, and is likely to do so. Do you want to use your turbos there, Albatross, or what? You know, what's your thinking? Right, what's going on with this weather? It is going to stay moist until second tyre change. However, interestingly, it looks like it's drying up after that. So going back out on inters would not be a clever move. And yet, based on when we're going to be coming in, I think we're going to have to go back out on inters. I don't think there's a choice in the matter. But the good news is, Engelhardt's in good shape right now. He's got a good lead over third, as long as he can hold that together and not throw it all away in a moment of madness. His tyres aren't good. Oh, and who's that? It's Marley. Marley has crashed. Do your action. Yes, pit. Yeah, come on in, get some fresh tyres. Yeah, do that. What else? How many laps left after the pit stop? We'll do the fuel now as well. Or will we? Oh, I don't know. No, let's make it a really quick stop. No, we won't do any. We'll or do we? I can't decide. He's definitely going to need one more stop, which means adding some fuel either now or then. The question is, which is smarter? Which is smarter? Pit now and fuel, or pit later and fuel? I think it's pit later and fuel. Okay, right, okay, fine. You come in and do that. Yeah, good, right, good, yes, good. Don't hose this one up. This is a good one to get right. But we'll ease right back on fuel usage at the same time. And we'll do it. No, we're leaving the Albatross out. Okay, fine. We decided not to chance that. 1 lap left of safety car. Oh, this is all over the place. Any sense of my being able to plan this this race in the same sense as we did the last one is completely out of the window. Englehart's coming in now. Here we go. Fandango also came in, so that's promising at least. There's another driver coming in. I suspect that's Maury. Who's Maury? Oh, I'm sorry, driver 1. No, driver 1's still on the track because we didn't bring her in. Okay, well, there we go. So we're back out in second with a 16-second gap, but we do have our second driver acting as a blocker there. Okay. Oh, well, what does this mean, friends? Well, it means that Albatross is going to end up in 20th, but here we are. We're right at the front now. And we're not going to be looking to overtake because that's a fool's errand. Even when the safety car goes out, obviously you can't overtake while the safety car's out. Interesting. Albatross has played the wrong card here. Very distinctively played the wrong card. However, the good news is that this is extra laps being chalked up with no tyre changes. Now, if this goes on long enough, around lap 28, it's going to start drying up. So that's a really nice time to be pitting. And actually, all of these drivers who are currently hitting it with inters are going to do it about then. What, Falco, mate? You seem to miss the drag race. Right, hang on. But everybody else already used their turbos, and you've still got yours intact. We're going to wait for the finishing straight, and then we're going to boot it and see what happens. Now, we might be running lighter than everybody else. Go on, boy. That's a ticket. There you go. Right, so Falco, good job. Good job, Falco. He's out in first. He's not going to hold it, but he is out in first at the moment. We'll get you onto conserving your tyres, just because we'd quite like them to last a little bit longer. And while you're blocking everybody back there, you are helping your teammate. But Falco there now leading the way. He's got clear air ahead of him. He just set his personal best. That's nice. There's 16 laps remaining. And there we go. That's Texera. Texera is behind us. And I don't know what's happened to Fandango there. He clearly had some kind of issue because he's no longer in the running. He's right at the back. Intriguing. Go on, Falco, keep him off. That's it. While at the same time maintaining your fuel. That's kind of important at the current stage. So Albatross with her one stop is currently getting in everybody's way as she gradually drops back. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. The next lap after this one is when tyre changes become an excellent move. So by coming in fairly soon, I would say, would be a really nice move. And in fact, we're going to pit as soon as I'm going to give the instruction as soon as we've passed the start finish line flag line. That one, yeah. So as soon as we've done this, that's it. Right, you come in this lap, get back out on the ultra turbos. You got 12 laps. Ooh, 12 is quite a bit. All right, change of plan. Tyre choice, mediums. Yes, you'll make those last 12 laps. Right, go for that. That's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, but I'll put you on absolutely hammer the whatchamacallit, and you know, that might work out. Who's that in 7th? Black and Cout's got some kind of technical issue going on. That's nice to see. Englehart's still out in front. That's nice. We're gonna pit him on the next lap. So we might as well, in the short term, tell him to go bananas. There we go. That's it. Bananas is what we're going, and that's how we're going to roll. The water is now drying off the track very, very quickly indeed. We could possibly stay out one more, but honestly, now's the time to switch. If you want tyres, now is the time to do it. You might even get some clear air out the other side. Now, we know that Falco is very good on mediums. Or is he? Or do we... Oh, there's 11 laps left, and you're not going to get 11 laps out of those tyres, or are you? It says 9 to 11, but he's going to have to nurse them. Whereas he can murder those mediums. What are we talking about difference? Well, he gets better acceleration on a soft as well. If I keep him out one more lap... I could keep him out one more lap. Yeah, all right, we'll keep him out one extra lap. Let's cancel. Cancel that. Don't pit. Stay out, man. Stay out. You've got the fuel to do it. You've got the tyres to do it. You may lose just a smidge of pace by coming in on this one. Right, now, what are we looking at? Okay, this is the last moist lap. So it has to be this one. We've got to come in this time. Got to come in this time. Push the button. Make him come in this time. Yeah, all right, okay. Where's your foot flipping heck? Right, okay, good. And anything else? Good. Right, okay, soft. Yeah, fuel options. 10 laps remaining. Oh, dearie me. Oh, well, 10.65, 11.65. Right, everything look. Oh, your gearbox is looking a little bit, you know, it's had a bit of a afternoon at the moment, but there you go. Now we're going to lose out because we've got to put some fuel in. That can't be helped. We need some fuel, and without fuel you don't go very far at all. Right, in we come, but I suspect there's going to be a procession of people coming in. There isn't. They're all chancing that they can make those tyres last till the end of the race. That's interesting. Although Englehart's come out and he's gone for mediums. Ha! Okay. All right, hadn't expected that. Perhaps should have expected that, but no, haven't expected it. Right, okay, now, easy. These tyres are not meant to be given that level of abuse. But we're going to see everybody else coming into the pits. There we go. See, look, there's everybody else coming into the pits. Texera might try staying out a bit longer. But Falco's been out for like one lap so far, and he's already taken 15% off his tyres. We're going to have to be careful here, because he's got a 12-second lead over Fandango. He's got faster tyres than Fandango. There's nothing to say this couldn't work out quite nicely, but he's going to have to go easy. Go easy on the tyres. I would rather we had to turn it up in order to preserve our location a bit later on. We will wait for the lead straight and use the afterburners here in order to stave off the opposition, and that will go. No, he's complaining about his gearbox. Oh no, hold it together, man. Hold that gearbox together. That is absolutely critical now. You've got 6 laps to go. The tyres, I think, are going to make it. The question is the engine going to make it? Because that is no longer certain. Right, you, Maury, give it some beans. That's important. I don't know who Maury is. Occasionally I just read, see? That's the thing we do. You'll forgive it on an occasion, I'm sure. We've got a 4-second lead, but it is being closed down because we're nursing our tyres. And Texera's tyres are a little bit more worn than ours, but we can switch this up into being a little bit more aggressive on an occasion and see where that gets us. But right now, Falco Engelhart getting it done. As long as his gearbox doesn't fall out of the car, he's in good shape. I'm going to leave this open. I apologise for the pop-up that you are currently seeing. But this is all important. We've got 3.5 second lead, which is lovely, and 4 laps to go, which isn't many, but we're going to have to be jolly careful here. Maury's tyres are not hitting. I'll stuff it. Yeah, call him Maury. Do what you like. They're not hitting temperature. So we'll switch those on for a little bit and see where it gets us. We're now 3.9 seconds ahead. Right, ease off on the tyres again. Ease off on the tyres. Ease it back. We've got to keep them alive. We can run them into the red, and we probably will run them into the red, but we don't want to run into the red unless we have to. We've got lots in the turbo booster. That's good. Falco, hold it together. Keep that thing in one piece. Falco Engelhardt. That is now absolutely critical, that you don't let the car break. Lap 37. Okay, 1 to go after this. Engelhardt's looking good, but anything could happen. Who's that pitting? Texeira's pitting. Well, okay. So if that's what takes your mood. And the tyres are in the red zone. Okay. All right. Okay, get the temperature back up a little bit. We can do 1 lap with the tyres looking a bit dubious. Just be aware that they might be a little bit slippery. Right, you ease up on your tyres as well. We'll go with be as aggressive as you like with the engine, despite the fact that the gearbox is falling out. We've still got a 5-second lead. This is all good. Oh, that was a bit of a swerve into that corner there. But Falco Engelhardt has done the goods. He's the man. He's the business. He's the big dog. The long walking dude. The man with the stick. The skills that pay the bills. It's Falco Engelhardt, everybody. Engelhardt is his name. Falco Engelhardt. He's a race car driver, and no mistake. And he managed to get through that, making no mistakes and getting it done. There was that dubious decision to go onto the soft compound tyres at the end there, but the team manager adequately remembered that he does wear his soft tyres a little bit less, and that he gets a bit of a performance boost on the soft tyres as well, and therefore he made the right call. Managed to get 10 laps out of soft tyres. Blimey, nice going there. His teammate finished 7th. Well, there you go. That's beautiful. For the second time this season, Bulldozer Power take the top spot on the podium, and that's going to leave the haters very disappointed. And we set the fastest lap. Come on, that's the stuff right there. First place. What do you say about that, Clem Fandango? I'll tell you what you say. You don't say anything at all because you were not in first place. Smashing. That 22 points is going to come in very helpful, and it should help to enforce that we have the opportunity to complete our season objective, which will make the boss happy. Happy boss is the common saying around the clubhouse. As far as the team championship is concerned, we are now 5 points clear of Marshall GT, 18 points adrift of Vittorio Corsa. That's not the stuff we're bothered about, though. What we're bothered about is Nakata Performance, who are only 21 points behind us. So we do need to keep it on, but there is only 1 race left to go. So providing we don't completely ruin it, but it's very, very hard to say. Anyway, right, talking to the cretins of the Internet Superhighway and Aguinaldo de Roca Silva. Scanstrom GT fans have to be insane. It's basically masochism. Whatever. Rachel Noy, the results from Beijing. 1, Falco Engelhardt. Everything else, irrelevant. Elliott Sr., good drive from Falco Engelhardt today, but he's being carried by Bulldozer GT. It's so obvious. No, it really isn't. You utter fool. And then Hank Littman at the World Sports Network. Falco Engelhardt was Hank with the details there. Well, what a top result that was. I'm jolly pleased. And I imagine you, the loyal viewers, and fans of Bulldozer Power are also equally thrilled to be a part of this monumental result. For it is with your support that these things take place in the first place. That's not a great sentence, is it? Yeah, well, it is what it is. But there you go. Reported right there, finishing first place. And showed solid form. Marketability up a little bit more, which is good because we've got sponsors about to come in. The boss is happy, and that's what we like to see. I've been Colonel Failure. Your support ensures that this series takes place, and I thank you for your support as a result of that. I'll be back next week with the, I suspect, final race in the season. Gosh, I'm going to ask it now. Yeah, let's do it now. Right, do you want to see a season 3? Can we dig our way out of the money pit that we're in? These are important questions. If you would like to see a season 3, post a comment on YouTube. Don't post it on Patreon. Don't post it in the YouTube community section. Post it underneath this video, please, if you would like to see a continuation of the series. On average, this series gets around 60 views each time. Let's say if we get 30 thumbs up, we'll have another season. If not, I'll transition over to something else, and I don't know what that's going to be. I've been Colonel Failure. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.